What's up, guys? John the Pilot, Aviator's Garage. If you haven't been to my channel before, I go over a bunch of different random things, mainly workout equipment, stuff that has to do with cars, and any other crazy projects that could get sent my way so I can go ahead and test them out, give you legit information whether they're a good buy or a bad buy. Today, we're not talking about any heavy workout equipment whatsoever, anything that has to be stationary, stuck in your house, or even a treadmill for that matter. What we're going to be talking about is the Gym Pro Lux 2.0. And what this is, it's a band system with a straight bar that fits inside a nice durable bag where you're supposed to be able to take it anywhere and get a pretty good quality workout wherever you are. Me, being a pilot, my job, generally I'm on the road everywhere, and so far this looks pretty interesting because this bar system that you can use with these elastics here can fit possibly my suitcase so I could take it to any hotel wherever I need to go. So let's check it out.
So unboxing this bad boy, very straightforward. You just open up the box. It's pretty much ready to go except for the straight bar. You have to screw that together on your own. It comes with a sweet little thank you letter with a coupon code, Muscle10, get you some percentage off. The neoprene band is very nice and sturdy. Everything's pre-assembled. Like I said, the 3 bands are already in there, and this thing is extremely sturdy. The straight bar reminds me of a baton I used to carry for law enforcement. But it comes with a standard bag where you can put everything in there, made out of burlap or whatever kind of material it is. And let's get into the app. Scan that QR code on your box and it'll bring you to what you can see here. I'm scanning on my iPad just so I can start getting to see how this thing uses. It's got instructional videos all the way to how to set it up and unbox it. Here's the how-to videos of different ways to work out. You got chest flies, deadlifts, weighted pumps, bicep curls, shrugs, lateral raises, seated rows, bent over rows, tricep dips, leg kicks, kneeling hammer curls, and everything else. But one thing I want to point out, the version that I have, you notice this one says tricep extensions all in one set. The picture there shows extremely long bands. This set does not have that, so you're limited on that. Here's an example of one of the videos on the app.
I have 2 resistance bands loaded in the belt. All I'm going to do is simply use the bottom hand holder to wind my foot through it. All right, and then maintaining tension here. We're going to work through that full range of motion up to the top, squeeze for a moment, and then release to the bottom, controlled all the way up and down. That's the benefit of resistance straps, is that they give different resistances at different levels of interaction. So as we reach the top, we can really squeeze and feel that muscle working.
We're going to do some upright rows, so we're going to put both knees on exercise back, and we're going to put through the bars with the both handles, and then we're going to bring the elbows all the way up. Again, we go for 10 reps, and 3, 4, keep the back straight, bring the elbows up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
So as you can see, the app is pretty straightforward. So here's my initial impressions. Here I am grabbing the Gym Pro Lux 2.0 and not even looking at any instructions, figuring out how to do chest flies right off the bat. And I can say this, there was definitely some decent resistance, and I was actually very impressed with the quality and how it felt. I was not hurting my back or arms at all. So now I wanted to take a nice quick inspection of the product itself and see how the band system worked. At first I was trying to kind of figure out if I needed to pull up on that. You can see that's about 33 pounds of resistance for that green band. And I kind of start inspecting the bungee cord. It kind of reminds me a little bit of those hoses that retract on their own. But the good news is that I feel this will last. And you can see that there's 2 different places for you to be able to unhook the band depending on how you feel your workout needs to go. So I kind of stumble a little bit here because I'm trying to figure out how the system works. It's a new design, little new setup, but then I figured out here just in a second, you're going to see that I'm going to stretch the band really far, and what I'll do is have it snap into place, just like that right there. So I figured it out. And it's very seamless, they're very well put together, and the handle is actually very comfortable. The neoprene band reminds me of a normal weight belt. The bar system screws right together, and it's super solid. I would say the bar itself probably weighs anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds. And you just put it together, and bam, it's ready to go. It's got a nice little badging of their logo there. One thing, as I'm inspecting this, though, I do notice that it's made of neoprene. you can see I'm already sweating a lot as I'm practicing these initial deadlifts. I mean, it's as I'm getting further and further into each rep, I can feel the resistance. You see me, I'm already starting to wipe off sweat, and yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. The next thing, obviously, I want to try is, okay, all this big game talk. Let me see if I can get a good bench press set up here. And I still have not looked anywhere in the instructions, but you can see how quick I'm figuring out how to use this product on the first try. So, excuse my dad bod there, anyway, but I'm kind of fumbling through figuring out that the bench press seems to be pretty intuitive, and you would figure that those bands would actually kind of hurt as they stretch across your back, but it feels good. You see that shaking? That's what resistance bands do, man. They really pack a punch when you get to the top of your exercise there. I continue on, and literally, I'm just figuring this out on my own. These are deadlifts. So you step on it, you can notice that I have to get used to my form a little bit with that because I'm trying to figure out how to arch my back, but my feet are very, very close together. My wife was awesome enough to get a little bit of B-roll footage to show a different angle, but I'm definitely getting a decent workout. There is no question about it. And the good news about the bands is that as you continue each one of your workouts and you get to the top of your rotation there, you're getting the most, and it's actually getting even tougher for you. So next one, you got to do the curls for the girls, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this, and the first thing I notice, okay, I'm probably going to have to put my foot in one of those handles there, and, I'm trying to be lazy about it, and it's not working out to my liking. So what I end up doing is, I'll show you here in a second, I bend over. But there is one thing about this. It's a specific length that these already are. Now, my arm is not fully extended all the way down with resistance all the way to the top. However, I got to say, at the very top of the rep, and you can see here I'm actually figuring out that I need to place it on my foot so I can get started. But at the bottom of the rep, that's where the resistance starts at about almost looks like a 55-degree angle. I am 5'10". I'm a little bit on the shorter side when it comes to a guy. However, it is what it is. So shoulder shrugs, pretty much the same thing. I got all the tension completely put on there. I stand on it, and then I just literally start doing shoulder shrugs. And you can see the sweat building on me already. Yes, it's Florida in my garage. It's hot out. I got fans on me, but no matter what, I sweat. And I know if you're sweating, chances are you're getting a very decent workout. So that's a plus. I like that. Whew, yeah. See, I'm already sweating. Look at, I'm already gassed. Those, I'm telling you, resistance bands. So bent over, shoulder raise. This one right here was a little bit harder for me to figure out. I noticed that I put it on the lowest amount of the band, which was about 22 pounds per each one of those white straps. But I did like how I figured out how I could switch between shoulder raises and also bicep curls pretty quickly. And I'm looking at the app now because I want to make sure I'm doing things correctly. So as I'm stretching it out there, man, I'm going to tell you what, that resistance kicked up when I went past about 45 degrees for each one of my arms. So now I'm starting to get a little creative. I want to see if I could get a better range of motion if I just use one foot. And it kind of felt similar, the same. But the good news is that you can kind of start placing your other support foot in a different angle to maybe help out your back if you have any issues. So there is flexibility. That's good. And I am sweating. I just wanted to show that. Next thing is on the ground. Now I'm starting to actually really get used to how these things disconnect and unconnect. And you can see I'm switching in and out, taking that black and the green bands, which are the heavier settings, down to the white one, which is 22 a side. And now I'm starting to figure out to do kneeling arm curls. I tried to do some shoulder extensions, but the bands just did not extend that much. And you can see right here, all you got to do is take the bar, put it right on the handles there, and there you go. You got some barbell curls, especially kneeling, which makes it super easy. Doing some hammer curls there to show the difference. Really getting a nice workout. My veins are starting to pop out. Shoulder front raise, kneeling as well. You get a lot of bang for your buck when you're using these in the kneeling format because your arms get a lot more range of motion and you can do a lot more of the exercises on the app. I've noticed that.
Okay, so with that footage you saw, I did actually try this thing, and this legitimately gets you a workout. It really does. It feels different than anything like a functional trainer or any type of free weights because it is resistance bands. It takes some time getting used to, but it does give you a burn, and I can tell you I'm pretty exhausted. And I think bands, in all honesty, get me more exhausted faster than I can with any type of free weights because of the nature on how the resistance increases as you stretch out the band. But yes, I am in Florida. I'm in a garage. I don't have AC. I got 2 fans running behind the camera right now to keep me cool. So it's in the middle of August. I don't want to get heat stroke. But so far, this has been pretty impressive. What I want to try now is to see how much room it takes in my suitcase. Let's pack this thing away and see how much space it actually takes. And I probably don't even need to use this bag in all reality. But there you go. So the footprint of this, which I'm pretty sure I can maneuver around, isn't terribly too big. However, my travel bag is pretty small. Generally, I've lived 17 days out of my travel bag, so we're going to see how much space this actually takes. Plus, I also have to think about camera equipment for my other YouTube channel when it comes to aviation. Okay, here's my suitcase. This is generally packed for about a week if I need to be out on the road. And everything's already there. So I'm going to take the Gym Pro Lux here. Let's see if I can see what happens. That looks good. The thing I'm a little concerned with that these are pretty big. So maybe wow, that's actually pretty compact. That's pretty cool. Well, that sums up pretty much the Gym Pro Lux 2.0. Hopefully this information, you found it pretty helpful. I've got a coupon code, which is Muscle10. It'll give you 10% off the Gym Pro Lux. This model itself, I believe, runs $165. I'm not exactly sure on how comparable there are other models out there or similar designs and what the price points are. For $165, this is a very solid product. It's sewn very well. Those are some things to consider. Could this possibly turn into something that I forget about? Maybe it could, and I'm being 100% honest, it could probably just get thrown in the closet because I just get such an habit of actually going down to a hotel gym and working out. We'll see, but legitimately, if I was one of those outdoor people that loves to run, I could take this thing with me, and I can also work out in a park around a bunch of other people out in the open. If that's your deal and that's your bag, this probably will work for you. Just be aware, I'm not 100% sure with the competition out there if there are cheaper products available that do the same thing. I'm pretty sure there are, so be on the lookout for that. Their customer service has been outstanding. They're very quick to respond. I do want to mention I was given this 100% free. So I'm giving my honest thoughts on how this thing works, the type of workout that I feel that I get, and also how portable it truly is. Otherwise, thank you so much for sticking around Aviator's Garage. I'm John the Pilot. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Like, comment, subscribe. It all helps grow my channel. I appreciate it. Once again, that code is for you. I don't get any commissions. John the Pilot. See ya.